Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Morning Mug. It is a delightful Tuesday here on March 1st. Shout out to my brother. Happy birthday. See, when you look at the calendar, things just spark in your brain. This is, as always, a very impromptu morning. I have to sort of feed off my schedule, so I put these up. I don't know if anybody's going out Blu-ray hunting today. I know it's getting very frustrating out there for everyone. So we'll be talking a little bit about that today, as well as, hey, The Batman is coming out this week. So I wanted to talk with you guys to see if anybody is excited about that. But first, I'm going to share with you this is a behind the scenes, if you will. Here's a video that I shot at Best Buy the other day. I haven't made this video yet, but this is a hot, fresh behind the scenes clip. This is just a raw clip right off of my cell phone. And I'm going to show you what happened in Best Buy just yesterday. All right, so here. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about all these movies, gang. It's the same old stuff, nothing new, even missing a lot of the new stuff, so that's a bummer. But, just one last thing here. It's around the corner, and check out the last bit of it. See what I see? This entire row used to have a bank, a rack for movies, and now there's nothing here. It's empty. That means one less rack means that much less physical media. Yep, that's what happened. So there's a little thing there. So when I went into the store the other day, that's what it is. I rounded the corner, and there was usually a rack sitting right there, and there was no rack yesterday. I'm going to say good morning to my man, Caveman Movies and More. Hey, dude. Hey, man, what's up? It's just me and you hanging. We're just talking. I'm talking to you until more people show up. It's just me and you, baby. So, dude, I went into Best Buy the other day. I don't know if you caught that clip, but it was empty against that wall. That's sort of that side wall that always has it's kind of always the dumping ground wall at Best Buy. They only have one little section that really has movies. It's like one wall and then like 3 kiosks in front of it, and that's it. But you round the corner and there's that one extra wall. And it's funny because I always used to find like just derelict movies sitting way on the end by themselves. Like I saw Karate Kid one time, and then there was just a copy. I can't remember, but it was just like people just placed dead movies there or something. So, but now they're gone. So so I started doing a little snooping around yesterday, and there's a great video from Jeff at Films at Home who did one about physical media is kind of going away in these stores, but not to get upset and stay strong, because physical media isn't going anywhere. Just the way we acquire physical media is going away, and we've seen it. Week by week by week, we go into Walmart, Target, Best Buy. Those are kind of like the big three, and supplies are just getting lower and lower, and it's that whole store space becomes a premium for those stores. They have to make money, and I guess they're not making money off of us collectors right now, but there's still great deals. Like I know I scored up during that buy 2 get 1 free at Target. Man, I snagged some good stuff on that, especially when you've got the red card. What you do is I did a video earlier where you to show you how to take advantage of that fully. Like, don't load your cart with multi-priced items, because it'll always take the lowest one and take that off of the other 2. So you load everything in that's about the same price. So put all your $10 titles in and then purchase. Then put your $20 titles in and then hit purchase. That way it's taking the most money off of that purchase. So we'll still be able to do that. So that's cool. But let's see, I'm trying to get anything cool in that I didn't show you last time. Here, I'll dig up here. I think I showed you all of these. Let's just go with, there's one, here it is. Set that down. Oh. So I don't know if I showed you this one last time, but it was The Arrival. And the reason I got this is I'm a big fan of the podcast Inglorious Trexperts and the 430 movie. Those guys are hilarious and they're super entertaining. And they did on the Inglorious Trexperts, obviously if it's a Trexperts, it's a Star Trek podcast. But they also did for the Christmas season, the 101 best sci-fi films of all time. And in that top 101, they mentioned The Arrival, which I've never seen. And, you know, chalk it up to, you know, a good Q&A about a film, because, you know, whatever they said about The Arrival really got me going. I'm like, oh man, they're just raving about this movie. Have you seen that, Caveman? I don't know. Are you a sci-fi guy? Give me a shout. Let me know if you're a sci-fi. I know everyone's like a horror dude, but I'm trying to find some sci-fi chums out there. So this is my most recent pickup. I think I had a couple of other things coming in the mail, but they are delayed. But so regarding physical media, I'm just going to show you guys some sites that I use all the time. So if the stores are going away, they're going bye-bye, here are some fun places to, you know, sit around, pop up your tablet, and click away. So here you go. We're going to start with Hamilton Book. I've talked about these guys before, chatted with, you know, since last summer. I've been using these guys, and they are super good. Look at this Misery. This is the Scream Factory Misery for $10. And you just, you know, load your card up. There's like, look at this Gumby movie. What a great looking funky head, but supremely good prices. And so, like, here's, for example, Mad Max. This is the loaded edition Mad Max for $5. So I bought this. I mean, I know there's the 4Ks. This was before the 4K announcements even came. So, and I was never a huge fan of Mad Max, and I couldn't even really remember the original that well. I just remember it was a bad, you know, dubbed version with Mel Gibson. So it wasn't even his voice. And so I'd never seen the original Australian track. So this is that version. So I finally got to see the original Mad Max, and it was terrific. Terrific. And I only had to spend $5 for it. It was great. I don't know how many more times I'll visit the movie Mad Max, but that was fantastic. And the bonus stuff was excellent as well. And look at this bad boy, the Resident Evil. Here, I'll go you full screen again here. The Resident Evil collection for $13. Say what? I mean, is that legit? I mean, that's like such a good price. You know, like, that's a good price. I may pick that up. $13 for all those. I do love me some Mila Jovovich. What you got there? Game says Sci-Fi. All right, dude. Man, live long and prosper. That's cool. So I'm curious if you have any good sci-fi films in your collection, and have you seen here? Let's get a honk in here. Have you seen The Arrival? Let's get that done right. Have you seen that movie? If so, is it everything that they talked it up about? Yeah, if you need a good sci-fi channel, especially if you're, well, you gotta be a Star Trek fan, but Inglorious Treksperts is a fantastic podcast. I love it. 430 Movie is the kind of podcast that we would all do. Like I do this when I sit with my friends. Like I literally play the 430 Movie game. It's literally a game based on them as a podcast. I met them over during the Skirball Center's Star Trek Exploring New Worlds exhibit. And I told one of the hosts, Darren Dockman, that I say, hey, yeah, you know, your podcast. Yeah, I play that as a game with my friends, and we'll just go around, like, you know, if we're out, you know, having barbecues or whatever, we'll go around the table and we'll say, all right. And we always use the word pull, like you're pulling it from your shelves. All right, what movie would you pull for your favorite? And then you fill in the blank, and you go around the table, and you can't repeat. So if someone steals your title, you know, you got to come up with something else. And sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's like, name a movie that you hate that most people like. Mine was 2001. Yeah, I know, as a sci-fi dude, like I get its place in history. It's a, you know, it's a classic. I'm doing the air quotes. That's a classic film. But, you know, personally, I think Star Wars had way more impact on the world of cinema and science fiction than 2001. 2001 was a good movie, but it's boring. It's not very rewatchable. Like, I've seen it, I get it, but I can't just pop it in. I'm like, oh, I'm hungry from sci-fi that'll just get me all excited. That's not it. So anyway, so that's the hot take right there, right? Like when you're with your friends, what's going to be that hot take? And everyone's like, oh, 2001 blasphemy. I'm like, no, it ain't. You go watch it. And they're like, oh no, we'll take your word for it. Anywho, So let's keep checking. So yeah, so Hamilton book is definitely. I'm not just gonna go through every single page here, but I mean you can see their prices here. You know, look, you get a little double True Grit and Hondo for $5. It's almost like uh, Big Lots prices. $5 for Coming At You, which I just got at FYE for the 5 for 15. And just on and on. Like if I click through this, you'll see some just excellent titles. There's some actually new ones here I have not seen before. Look at this. So a 4K of Stagecoach. I don't even know what this movie is, but it's a $5 4K. Okay, that's good. I love it. So yeah, I just want to do this first page. And look, here's even like if you're a steelbook collector, they even have some like some steelbook goodness tucked in here. So they have Batman Returns, and I know somewhere else in here I've also seen the Batman, not the Batman with Michael Keaton steelbook for like $5 or $6. So, you know, if you like steelbooks and you like to add to that collection. I'm not a huge steelbook guy. I'm trying not to let you know, all this Lionsgate stuff like suck me into that world. I just I think they look great, but I'm not going to be the person that double dips just to get a cool steelbook of a film I already own. I just ain't got the money for that. So, all right, let's see what it says. I can't stand you. Snorefest, dude. That's what I'm telling you. Right on. See, man. All right, we should do like a movie watch together, but something cool. Do The Arrival. Hope that's good. Look who joined us here is Brent Madison. What's going on, buddy? Be warned, my experience with the steelbooks from Hamilton Books is they appear to be returns, rewrapped, then some. Oh, okay, and kind of dirty. Oh, that's interesting. That's definitely a good tip. Yeah, because I've seen this. I've seen Keaton, the regular Batman, and Green Lantern is also a cheap steelbook. Oh, that's interesting. So for $5, I wonder if I should try one, see if I get a wonky one. Because yeah, I don't want to be. It's a great price, but I still want it to look nice, you know. What else we got? Piranha Double D, y'all. Those are some well-endowed piranhas. What? All right. Let's see. Look, this is just page one, man. There's another steelbook, the Chick Ghostbusters from 2016. Lots of Nick Cage stuff, y'all. Nick Cage, Score to Settle. Yeah, I like Nick Cage, but I don't like new Nick Cage. Like I think like Nick Cage and Bruce Willis, you know, they're keeping their careers going, which is, you know, super fabulous. Love that. But really, like if I'm going to start snagging up some Nick Cage, I want to give me fill in some gaps. Like I don't have Con Air yet. Con Air is kick ass, y'all. You guys like Con Air? Man, I like Con Air because it's just it's a hoot fest, man. You got John Cusack in it for once. That's awesome. And you know, John Malkovich is Cyrus the Virus. You know, I love it. You can just picture the writer sitting in a room and say, okay, we need a villain name, but it has to rhyme with something that's also kind of nasty and contagious, like a virus. They go, well, Cyrus, you know, he's an hero. How about Cyrus? You know, somehow it came around like that. Could be. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. Caveman says, I liked Arrival. Oh, been a while since I've seen it. Okay, cool, man. I just want to check it out. And again, I got this off of the it was the buy two get one free. So by the time I got this, it was down to like $7, maybe less. See, you know, you jump on those, gang. I mean, it'll help you fatten up your collection. What else in this first page? Memories of Me. See, and there it is. So that's bottom of page one. So I can, you know, scroll through those for you and show you more, but you know. All right, let's keep checking like in here. Derpy Gaming. Yay, today's the day for the Batman. Are you going, Derpy? Are you going to the theater? See, I gotta work. So if I go see it, it won't be till the weekend, but I know it's doing bonkers business right now on pre-sales, like 100 million people already in pre-sale. So I think it's going to do pretty well this weekend. I'm gonna go out on a limb right now, y'all. Just and mark me down. I'll pay you all $1 if I'm wrong. It's going to be number one at the box office. I know it. I said it. It's out there. Can't take it back. If it ain't, everyone here right now $1. I'll buy you something from this channel. Come on, Batman, you better win. No, anyway. So yeah, that is very cool. We're going to talk about Batman in just a hot second. Speaking of double D's, have you heard about the? Oh, dude, that's a great reference, by the way. Segue. Um, yeah. So I was watching Ken from Mid Level Media last night, and he was talking about what was coming out, and he said that was coming out in 4K, and he goes, if you want to see 4K schlongs and tatas, pick up your. I'm like 4K schlongs and tatas, and yes, I do. I'll pick it up. Come on now. So I'll tell you a quick story about Wild Things. Is I got to see a screening of that, and what was so cool is no one knew what it was. We all just went in there, just let's go. It was a packed house. It's just out here. When you come out of a movie, they'll hand you a flyer. Says, "Do you want to attend a screening? Here's a movie. Here's the title. And here's the stars in it." And you can kind of go, "Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go to that." Well, let me just say, when Kevin Bacon showed his bacon, I mean, you could hear every girl, even the dudes in the theater go, "Oh!" like, do you think Kevin Bacon was sitting like watching a screening of that, and when it was revealed and everyone moaned, he's like, "Damn right!" Like, all right, Bacon, good for you. That was I just remember so distinctly remember that moment in the screening that everyone just went nuts. But yeah, because you don't see that very often. But Denise Richards was looking quite fine, by the way. So yeah, I think I'll pick that up. I had it on DVD. I do not have it on Blu-ray yet. Who knows? It's probably hiding in one of these pages of mine. So would you guys want to get the 4K of Wild Things to see schlongs and tatas and all their 4K goodness, or is Blu-ray good enough? That was a fun movie though. All right, let's see what we got here. Bam. All right, we got Brent Madison saying, I do like picking up some of the great deals on Hamilton book, and they are good with the returns. And I haven't had a bad experience with them yet. You know what I love is when they send their stuff, it's in this massive package. It sort of looks like a big piece of candy because it's flat on the ends and it humps in the middle. And you have to, it's got a scoring strip inside the cardboard. So you grab it and it comes all the way around and then pow, and it snaps in half. And your movies are perfectly packed on each side. I'm like, what is this? But it's sturdy, man. I've not had anything broken or nothing when I've gotten my stuff from them. And so I'm a big fan of those cats. So let me show you who else I want to brag about. So Groove is another. And by the way, see my little tips right here. Also, if you don't have these, I have things like honey and Be Frugal and things like that attached to all these things. And when I go to check out, every once in a while, it'll find a coupon for like Best Buy. I'm like, oh, $3 more just came off. So, I wasn't a big believer of those things. And then one day I'm just like, I keep getting all these, pop-ups for it. Let me just try one. And dude, like once in a while, if it saves you a couple of bucks, it was worth it. So, but here you go. Groove Entertainment. This is the Universal website that just sells directly. And I use these cats a lot. Love them. They have really great prices. They had, I wonder if I just saw this. I wonder if they're doing their 4K deals. So this is pretty good, y'all. Look at this. So for $14, all these brand new 4Ks is excellent. And several times last year, they did, first they did 2 for $22. So they were $11 each. And then they did 3 for $30. So you could really load up. So that was the same as the Best Buy Christmas special, the Black Friday, where they had all those titles available for $10. So this site gets to those prices many times. But even look like here, 13 here. Let me expand back for you. See, there you go. So it's like $13, $14, $12 for Hot Fuzz. Dude, y'all, I love me some Hot Fuzz. Simon Pegg actually went as Shaun of the Dead for Halloween on several occasions. Yeah, I grew up with a little goatee. Yeah, people thought I looked like Simon Pegg. So I'm like, I'll do it. I haven't gone as Hot Fuzz, though. So too bad I don't have a picture ready. I could show you my Shaun of the Dead pic. It was pretty good. Let's see. Jaws. I mean, look at these. Howard the Duck. And look, if you go into Best Buy right now, Howard the Duck is back up to $22. So this has some really good deals. The Thing for $14. Because I paid $22, I think, for it. So I've learned to wait that now, though. I'm not super into like, I gotta have it right here, right now. But yeah. So you can see down here, I want to snag me some upgrade. That looks good. Snag that. Let's see how much upgrade's going for. Ooh, down to $12.29. It was $13.99 last week. So look, see, here we go. Oh, March Madness. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. So it's 3 Blu-rays for 24. That's a pretty good deal. They've had better though. They've had 3 for $15.99. So that's a little better. So this is like, almost $10 more. Not sure why they went so high. So, but this is pretty cool. So let's see, Charade. I've actually wanted Charade for quite some time. So let's see, for 24, what is that? Y'all do some math. 7, 8. That's $8 each. 8, 16, 24. Yeah. So, all right. So that's good. $8 each. So that means Charade gets knocked down to $8. All these things will get knocked down. And see, this is almost where you sort of do your math thing again. See, like this Halloween is 10. So maybe don't grab that in the deal. Try to grab everything that's sitting high, like at the $14 mark. So that way you maximize that, because 2 $14 titles, you're already over that 24 mark. But let's see what else. I'm just going to watch this with you. Let's see. I'm getting all excited now. I didn't think there was going to be a new sale this morning, but March Madness, go figure. To Kill a Mockingbird, that's my wife's favorite movie. To Kill a Mockingbird. Maybe I'll pick that up for her. I know Valentine's is over, but still, you just give somebody something. Just say, "Hey, girl, there you go." Let's see. Yeah, Backdraft 2. No thanks. Nice. I mean, my goodness. So there's 3 pages worth. Let's browse it together, gang. I'm all excited. We'll do this. I was just going to show it off, but see, this is also a good way to show you that these are good places. In fact, let me see. Brent also says Groove is always good with the weekend sales. They have an ongoing 20% off code too. Yeah. So yeah, I took advantage of that 20% code. That was a good score on that code. I think I got the Battlestar Galactica, the original series. I'll show it to you. Probably still sitting here at the bottom. Yeah, there it is. So look at this. So it's $38. Threw that 20% on there. Also added the original movie, which was only $4.99. So for like less than like $43, I got the entire Battlestar Galactica collection because of that 20% off. There it is. Just sitting pretty. Sign in and be the first to know about it. Yeah. Now this is also on your first order as well. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, let's just keep on sniffing. Let's go back to that page. See where we were at. Let's go back to the top. All right. Look at that. Wolfman. Oh, they got all the some of the Universal horrors. I just picked up. Oh, yeah. That's what I got on Super Sale too. They had the Universal Horror, the 4-pack on 4K. I don't know, it was like super cheap, like 50, like whatever the lowest. It's the lowest I'd ever seen, like $50, $51. I'm like, whoa. And I used the 20%. Oh! So I got mine in the 40s. Digging that. Oh, yeah. Look at all this good stuff. Do the right thing. Actually got this at my local thrift store for $4 in perfect shape, by the way. Conan. I've wanted to pull the trigger on this Conan thing for quite some time because it's both of them. It's the double feature. It's like the first one's the best. The second one's just sort of like a really light, watered down version, but it does have that crazy Grace Jones in it. Who's also in View to a Kill, the last Roger Moore James Bond movie. She is a unique bird, that chick. All right, and the third page. So that's okay, and there's only one movie. So that's the thing too, is they're always running deals, and because it is Universal titles, you're probably gonna, maybe max out what you're gonna buy after a while. You could just be like, there's nothing left. I've gotten everything off of Universal, but Universal's massive catalog, so it'll last you for a while. And look, if you're still a DVD fan, tons of good DVD prices, man. Look at that. It's good stuff. All right, so I'm glad to know, like Brent, you're aware of Groove and you're using it because, yeah, man. Yeah, one day I just got so tired of going out and seeing nothing in the store. I just started sniffing around, just, Googling a movie I wanted and looked to see what popped up and I go to the shopping button. And then I was like, oh, what are these places? And that's how I came about them. All right, so here's another one. All right, this is a bull moose. I'm sure you guys probably know about bull moose already. I have not actually bought from them yet, so I'm curious to know from you guys if anyone has bought from Bull Moose, if they're a good deal. And also, it's like it says new. It says new, so yeah. So I assume they also have new product. It's not just all. I always thought Bull Moose was just like a used place, but according to the way these are written up, it does not appear they are just used. So yeah. Oh gosh, you know what I snagged last night? See, this is the problem too. Is like sitting next to my bed, I always have my iPad. I'm like, oh, wife's going to sleep. So I pop up, my Amazon wish list, and I snagged that old Scooby Doo horror Haunted Mansion set last night. It was only like $38, and they hosed me on an order. I'm trying to get a new overhead rod, for shooting unboxings and stuff like that, and they just canceled it. Like it was due at my house in an hour, and all of a sudden something popped up and says your order's been canceled, or just it has been like returned with no reason. I'm like, what? So apparently in the truck it got damaged, is what they were saying. They said en route your item was like destroyed. I was like, it's a kind of it's a metal rod that goes on a okay, I don't know how it got destroyed. And they didn't give me the option. They didn't say, hey, would you like us to replace it? And we'll send you another. No, they're just like, nope, here's your refund. You're all good. So I got on there with the lady saying, why did you give me a refund? She goes, well, for your problems, I'll give you a $5 coupon for Amazon. So I put that on my Scooby-Doo last night. So $35. That was a long story to tell you for a coupon, but there you go. Okay, so what are we checking out? Yeah, Bull Moose. So if anybody here has used Bull Moose, let me know. Here's another one I bought from Half Price Books. They be good. Let's see. They got the books up right now. Let's go to movies. Let's just see. Oh, you know what? Me and Caveman, we like some sci-fi. Let's see what's going on in their sci-fi tab. It's all DVDs, man. Hey, they got a 4K of Life Force coming out. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, I got the Blu-ray on it. So yeah, these are all DVDs. So yeah, half price. I guess you got to sniff around a little bit more for good Blu-ray deals. Here's a Plan 9 from Outer Space. This is actually something I don't have. Sometimes you need a good train wreck of a movie, and that's an excellent one. All right, so that is Half Price Books. Now let's go over here to this tab, and this is called oldies.com. And they have some very strange things on here. I found here, like, I'm going to type Elvira, because I love me some Elvira. I'm a huge Elvira fan, love her. And yeah, look at these. So you got these old, like, macabre, these are like when she does her little wraparounds for cheesy movies. I was like, I've never seen these. Look at these guys, $1.98. Now this one for some reason is $13.20, so it must be like maybe out of print or something. But $6. I mean, like, so if you really look around, they got some crazy good prices. Sometimes they're a little higher, but look, for $1.98. So I snagged me a couple of these things. And there was one that had, I'm curious if it's still here. They had one that had Night of the Living Dead on it. And last time I went here, is that it? No, it was sold out. So I don't know if that's going away, but yeah. So like I said, very interesting things that I don't see on a lot of other sites. So yeah, come to oldies.com and sniff around and see what kind of interesting out of the box titles you can find. All right, and then last but certainly not least is Orbit DVD. And they got some funky stuff too. In fact, I got to make sure I'm going to scroll slow to make sure there's like not some funky thumbnails I can't be showing. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of horror stuff, but they also got this Daniel Craig thing, which, by the way, $94. Don't just go to Amazon right now. It's literally $54, something like that. It's like half this price. So now, and look, even this, the complete series, there it is, Scooby-Doo. And this is just the regular Blu-ray box set. Sold out for now, $47. So for almost $10 more, I got the Haunted House. So yeah, so this is another site that's got a lot of strange stuff. I don't know if the prices are outrageous. I think they're just sort of more typical of other places you shop. But look, they do have the Drop Dead Fred for $28. If you're a fan of that, what's going on here? Yeah, lots of horror. Lots of horror. There's all these sci-fi things. So, anyway, there you go. Horror, horror, horror. What else? All right, now let's talk about Little Batman. So here we go. So here it is. It's coming out this week, as we all know. It's the buzz of the town, and it was a little higher on the tomato meter yesterday. I think it was like 90 in the 90s. But this is all, the tomato meter. That's the critics, y'all. So take those for what they're worth. Critics are what they are. But there's a lot of good stuff and some funky stuff. A lot of people, the ones who are against it, are saying that it's really dark, like so dark. Like you think Nolan's was dark? No, this is like film noir dark. So that's the interesting thing about DC. So let's talk about DC versus Marvel. So it seems like when DC really goes out of the box to do something like the Joker or this, like the Batman. I mean, I hear this is basically rated R in England. Like their equivalent of R is what the Batman is going to be rated. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so it says PG-13 here. So that means that they're gonna push that PG-13 to the edge for sure. Yeah. But yeah, so a lot of people are saying it's super dark. It's not a feel-good movie at all. So yeah. So there you go. I mean, that's all I can tell you is some of the things that I've read. But other people are saying it's like the benchmark. So whatever. Just everyone just go see it for yourselves. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's the beauty of art. It all hits us differently. So let's see. A grim, gritty, and gripping super noir, the Batman ranks among the Dark Knight's bleakest and most thrillingly ambitious live-action outings. So that says it all, right there. I mean, it tells you both sides of the coin in that one sentence. Let's see if there's any other intriguing write-ups. Here we go. Let's read some of these. All right, so the first one is, I don't know if we needed the Batman, but Reeves and Company certainly elevated it. Is that a compliment? I mean, I guess it is. Of course, here's a splat. It's when the tomato goes, so it's no good. So here, let's make this a little larger for you guys to read. It says, underlit and overblown is a formidable combination, though not necessarily in the way Reeves intended. Youch. Let's see. I'm trying to find something that's super good. And this one's sort of middle of the road. It says, the Batman doesn't quite rise above its ubiquitous genre in the way that maybe it hopes to, but when it stays street level, it's tantalizingly creepy mystery anchored by Robert Pattinson's eerie take on the Cape Crusader. All right. So I'm trying to find one that's like super good. Visually speaking. Okay. Visually, let's try this one. Visually speaking, this is where the Batman excels the most. Matt Reeves has certainly gone all out to make this look. His film looks meticulous with the help of. Sorry, there's a light right in my face, so it's kind of hard to read. With the help of Greg Fraser's stunning nighttime cinematography. All right. So anyway, yeah, I'm not going to click on all 180 of those. But yeah, there they are. If you go to Rotten Tomatoes, you can see what the critics are saying. And again, it's how you feel personally about that stuff. My big take on DC is just that, I mean, they seem happy to just create a universe where they can just keep making whatever they want rather than tying it all together, which I kind of miss, like, because DC has so many good characters that I'm getting just a little tired of relying on the crutch of Batman to save the day financially and franchise wise. It's like, all right, well, Justice League didn't perform like we wanted. Let's reboot and let's do Batman again. So, I mean, yeah. But whatever it is, just no more origin stories ever. But like, we don't need Batman's origin. We don't need Superman's origin. It's just like, just make new movies. Like, there's so many villains for each of those characters. Just keep those adventures going. Keep those stories going. I mean, comics, here's the thing. Imagine if your favorite comic book every year or every 2 years just put out another issue of the origin story. You get so sick of buying that. Why would you buy it? And it's almost exactly the same, each one. It's just like a reprint. No, nobody wants to keep seeing the origin stories. Same with Spider-Man. We got it. We have 2 origin stories, and thank God with Tom Holland, they didn't do origins. They just kept it going. That's what we wanted. Let's see. Brent says, excited for the Batman, but not going to lie. 3 hours. Oh, it is a long sit. Yes, it is. Saturday showing so far has only 1 seat sold. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I live. Is I don't really pre-purchase because I don't know. I think up here in Santa Clarita, California, like people aren't clawing to get back into the theater. So if you walk up to buy your ticket, you're pretty much in good shape, I think. But yeah, I mean, that is a long sit for sure. Yeah, look at that. 2 hours, 56 minutes. Yep. 3 hours. I heard it was 2, although for a movie like that, the credits are probably 10 minutes long, but still, it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that is going to be a long, that's going to be a long watch. So, kill myself. Now, what else? Oh, by the way, for today's show, that's right, we got the Batman glass. See, I thought I had y'all check out Rebirth. It's a badass Batman glass. Just had to keep with the theme today since I knew we were going to be talking about it. But what else is coming out that you guys are excited about? There was one trailer I saw recently, and it was for Elvis. Man, that was good. It's the one with Tom Hanks, and I didn't recognize the actor. I know he's been in a bunch of shows, but he looks fantastic as Elvis. Extremely handsome dude. And Hanks looks great as the Colonel Tom Parker. So I'm more pumped to see that because it's just like it's Baz Luhrmann. I don't know if you guys are Baz Luhrmann fans, but I loved Moulin Rouge. That's one of the first things I saw with my wife. And I was like, oh girl. Yeah. It's kind of sad too, but visually beautiful. The music is great. I'm like, Nicole Kidman can sing. Man, she's more talented. She was fantastic in Being the Ricardos as well. And I love that stuff. And Strictly Ballroom, Romeo and Juliet, very stunning, visually stunning, well-made films. And this Elvis looks equally as cool, man. So I get, I don't know. I'm just a little tired of Batman. Everyone says, oh, I like Superman because, you can't relate. I'm like, can't relate to Superman? Here, I'm going to do a little relate, can't relate. All right. So okay, yes, Batman's human. You can relate to that. There, stop there. Guess what? Now he's a billionaire with lots of toys, goes out at night, dresses up as a bat, kicks ass, has all these toys. None of that is relatable. You cannot relate to any of that. So all you can do is relate to the person, Bruce Wayne, and he's a billionaire. I cannot relate to that. So there's nothing about Batman I can relate to. You can want to be Batman. Here's the deal. You can want to be like a Batman. I say, hell yeah. It's like wanting to be James Bond. You kidding? Have all those toys and all that money and all the girls and the fame and all that. Yeah. But Superman, he grew up with a good family, taught him right from wrong. Like it's that upbringing. It's that good parenting that kind of we all want, wish we had. I did. So I don't wish that I had it, but we all wish that we had great parents to guide us and where we were going. So you can relate to that. And his heart is always in the right place, doing right from wrong. So all those things you can totally relate to. What you can't relate to is flying and being bulletproof. So there you go. So they each have, I think Superman is more relatable in his Clark Kent quality. But Batman isn't relatable at all. He's desirable to be, but he's not relatable. I can't relate to him. Can you? Look at this. I'd have way more shelf space if I was like Batman. That's all I'm saying. All right. Can you imagine in the Batcave, he's got this boss looking home theater? I bet he does. Right? Okay. But the irony is he just watches Superman movies, but he doesn't tell anybody. And then that's why he's always mad because, I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, let's move on. Where did I leave off? Okay. The Batman 3 hours. Okay. Here we go. Brent says, good news. No after credit scene. Oh, thank God. Could you imagine sitting through 10 minutes and going, oh, come on. I'd be so pissed, right? You're like, but that's good. I'm glad. So for the few people that are here, Brent has informed us, don't sit through the end credits. And look, at that point, I'll just wait for someone's going to pirate the end credit thing and pop it on YouTube anyway. So if it was, I think I'd Bob Blatter would be like, let's get out of here. So what else we have? The Kurt Russell Elvis movie, John Carpenter, is good. Yeah, man, I thoroughly enjoyed that Elvis with Kurt Russell. He was fantastic, and it's on Blu-ray. Oh, that's cool. I don't have that one yet. Oh, excuse me. It's also funny how Kurt has played or mimicked Elvis at least 3 times in his career that I'm aware of. So you have that, the Elvis movie. He was in 3,000 Miles to Graceland with Kevin Costner and totally dressed up as Elvis. And if anyone has seen the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix, have you guys seen this where Kurt Russell plays Santa? Watch those are really good too, by the way. I was like, oh man, these are excellent films. And I want to say, I heard he retired after the second Chronicle. So I'm like, man, because Kurt's the GOAT, man. I love Kurt Russell. But anyway, so in the first film, there's a scene where Santa is in this prison cell, like a jail cell, with all these guys, and he breaks out an Elvis thing. It's awesome. I'm like, oh, I mean, that's like a deep cut. That's like Elvis. That's like Kurt and the director got together and said, hey, you know what? This is the director. I loved you as Elvis. How can we somehow get you to do one more Elvis thing? And they did, as Santa, as Elvis. Man, that's money in the bank. So, yeah. 4K D-Ray, what's going on, my friend? Hey, you going out shopping today, 4K? Because, I can't, I got to go to work in half an hour. But, I live vicariously through you guys. You get to go out on Tuesday and get your shopping. Crack, right? Dude, I was in Best Buy the other day, though, and I showed a clip earlier that I rounded the corner, and this whole back wall that usually has a rack, the racks are gone. Gone! Totally gone. I'm like, huh. So is that coming back? Maybe during the holidays? I don't know. But I'd mentioned earlier to some of these cool cats that Jeff over at Films at Home just did a video about how it's going bye-bye. All these stores are probably going to be losing their physical media section soon because they just need that floor space to sell other stuff that's going to make them more money than our stuff. But yeah, 4K D-Ray, man. Got to do your show, man. You get on your battles there and be one of your guests that just wax poetically while they feverishly look for a title. That'd be fun, man. And Chase Wilson is here. He says, I'm all in for Elvis. Love Baz. Looking forward to, oh yeah, to Nope. Right. But yeah, Elvis, man, that's going to be awesome. I mean, that trailer, if you guys have not seen the trailer, when you're down here, when we're all done with my life, go look at the Baz Luhrmann trailer, or, just put it off to the side, watch it right now. And then come back and say that you saw it and thought it looked awesome. But the energy in the trailer, the actor, oh hell, let me just type it in here now. Let's see. Elvis, is it called? Oh, yeah, it helps if I spell it correctly. All right, so there's no pictures or anything up yet, but yeah, so it's got Austin Butler here. I'll pop it up here for you, for my groovy cats here. So yeah, so this is the I'm still on Rotten Tomatoes here. So this is the Elvis biopic pick, and it is Austin Butler playing Elvis Presley, Tom Hanks, Colonel Tom Parker. And it is wildly entertaining, this trailer. I was just like, it's like, when you watch the Batman, it's like, okay, here's another Batman. And the first trailer didn't overwhelm me. Like, that's why I was kind of like, I'll see it because I'm a superhero fan. But I wasn't super like, oh yeah, I gotta go. But the recent Batman trailer was a little bit more exciting. So that was cool. But still, go watch this Elvis trailer, man. It will pump you up. And apparently he did a lot of his own singing for this film because the way the old tracks were recorded, this is what I heard, they couldn't like lift Elvis's voice properly. So the kid had to bring the heat. So Austin's going to like start swiveling his hips and throwing out some Elvis tunes. But yeah, Baz Luhrmann, man. See who else we got in this flick. I don't know a lot of these people. So we got Austin Butler, Tom Hanks, Helen Thompson, Richard Roxburgh, Olivia DeJonge, and Luke Bracey. So cool, man. Yeah, that's gonna be rad. What else you guys? What do you got? You guys waiting to see? Anything else? Yeah, but that's one I'm super pumped to see. Yeah, and I'm curious if anybody is going out shopping today on our stream here. Now I know Ken from Mid Level last night said, I don't know if I'm going out. So are you going out right now, Ken? Do you have me on your little podcast earbuds? If you are, best of luck to you, pal, because I don't know. There's just nothing worth getting out for. And right, yeah, 4K says no shopping slow week. I hear you, man. I hear you. It's just that's what it's like out there. It's like you're better off just sitting online, finding the deals you want and going for it. Yeah. All right. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else I got up on my tabs here. No, that's good. That's good. Now, what do you think about? Let's see. We just had. So the Batman's coming out. Anybody pumped for the other DCs that are coming out this year? I think we're getting both. Are we getting both? I know we're getting Aquaman 2. Let's see. No, it's cool. It's called Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Yeah, says it's coming out this year. See, that's what I am surprised it took that long to do a sequel. I think it was at 2017, and it was a $1 billion maker for them, biggest one since the first Wonder Woman film. So I just can't believe it took that long. And Shazam, okay, so Shazam's not due until next year, 2023, which I thoroughly enjoyed. See, that to me, I don't know, that was sort of the lightness side of DC that we haven't seen in a while. So I was very curious to see how Shazam would like play with other characters. Speaking of, I don't want to ruin anything, but has everybody seen Peacemaker yet? And the final, we're not gonna talk spoilers here, but I brought it up last week, hoping you guys would go check out Peacemaker. But the final episode of Peacemaker, I'm just gonna say, is well worth it. And there's something at the very end. If you're a DC fan, you'll be like, no way, kind of moment, which is pretty cool. So yeah, man, go check out Peacemaker. He does a great job. I'm going to pick up Belfast. Belfast was great. I got to do a lot of the SAG movies this year. In fact, I just did a video on my SAG awards. I was part of the nominating committee, so I got to nominate all the actors that were going to be considered for the awards, and then I got to vote for them. So it was fun to sort of find out Sunday night how I've never done that much movie watching for the awards season. I'm usually really far behind and stuff like that, but because it was my duty, like I had to step it up. So every night or every other night, my wife and I were just popping in a movie in the bedroom and just checking it out and rating it. And I must say, I did pretty good, yeah. So check out my SAG award reaction video to see how many I got right and how many I got wrong. If it involves Squid Game, let's just say I didn't get many of those. Sorry about that, Squid Game fans. You guys Squid Game fans? Yeah, I don't know. I still have not seen. See, it's not quite like saying, "Oh, you ain't seen Stranger Things yet." Okay, it's a little bit like that. Which I have seen, yes. We're big Stranger Things fans here. But yeah, so I have not seen Squid. I should say Stranger Squids. Oh, that'd be a cool show, right? Stranger Squids. But let's see what we got. I'm very happy to have some Coda. Yes. See, that was a film, Chase, when we were watching Coda here. I had to keep popping them in, and everything was based on the cover. So I was like, who's in this? And Coda, I was just like, Coda, what's this? So it was about a month into my viewing that I finally got to Coda. Damn. Probably it was the most surprisingly entertaining, like going in with no expectations, just popping it in, not really knowing much about it. And it was incredible. Just loved it. Like the guy that played the father in that film, he's the one that won the best supporting actor for the SAG awards, which I was super happy with. I picked Ben Affleck because I love me some Ben Affleck. I don't think he gets enough love. He should have had his own Batman movie. See, that I would be excited about. When I heard Ben was going to, write and direct his own Batman movie, and the guy starred in and directed the Academy Award winning film Argo, which I have. It's freaking phenomenal, that film. I love Argo. And I was looking forward to his Batman film. So the fact that we didn't get that is just a shame. I mean, they shouldn't have rushed the Batman versus Superman. They should have given Cavill his second movie and given Ben his first movie. Then we could really just have to do all that screen sharing for the first time Ben shows up. But still, I will say that the scene in Batman versus Superman where he pops up into that warehouse and starts kicking all those dudes' asses, we ain't never seen Batman do that ever before on screen. So that's I was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like that's the Batman I've been wanting to see on film. So I'm sure we have this nice dark, gritty, angsty Robert Pattinson. And I'm also quite sure he can shake my Twilight, mentality away. That's the thing is, I wasn't a Twilight fan. I was really bored actually. I had the second film in, and there was this scene where, what's her name, Belle or something? She's looking out the window, and the camera just circles her like 3 or 4 times, and every time it goes by the window, it shows another season passing by. I'm like, what is going on? Snore. Yeah. Actually, what I do like is Hunger Games. I think I prefer, of all those sort of like teen book franchises, way better, in my opinion. I like that. Seen them all. But yeah, Coda is stupendous. If you guys haven't seen it yet, very enjoyable film. It's feel good, and it's a feel good film, man. We need more of those. Look at what's happening in the world today. Gosh, man. My thoughts and prayers go out to all those people that are just anyway. Let's not go there. But yeah, everyone that's like going through a tough time in the world, we can use more lighthearted, light-spirited fare, and Coda fits that. I think Coda is a definitely a pick-me-up, cheerful film. Batman don't sound like it's gonna be, but there you go. So what else? What else was a surprise? Did you guys see Nightmare Alley? That's the new Guillermo del Toro film. That was pretty cool too. It's very film noir. So he's like Batman. They're saying is very hyper noir. So that was very noir as well. I love the look of those noir films. It's a weird word to say, noir. But it looked great. I loved all the performances in it. Bradley Cooper, that dude is so good. Man, I was gonna get all like emotional talking about The Star Is Born, so I can go down this rabbit hole of Bradley Cooper. But that dude's great. I don't know when A Star Is Born came out. I've said this on one of my other things before, but I'd never seen any of the other ones, so I didn't know the story. I kind of went in blind, and that was another movie I was watching for the SAG Awards. Like I had to watch it to sort of vote for it. Oh man. It's so sad. It's lovely, and the music is great. I bought that soundtrack day after, man. It was so good. And when Lady Gaga won her Academy Award for Shallow, well earned. Ooh! And that YouTube video of them singing that song is so millions of views on that, and it is very well done. I don't know if you guys know, but Bradley Cooper directed that whole scene. That the moment where they came up to sing on stage at the Oscars to sing that song, he choreographed it. The guys pushed the piano out, where the camera sat, where the microphones went, where they sat. That was all done by Cooper. And the part where he sat down right next to her at the end, and they looked in each other's eyes, and they looked like they loved each other. People were like, oh, Bradley Cooper's there with his wife, and he's falling in love. He's in love with Lady Gaga. And it was all an act. It was all an act. They're actors. And the end of that was to emote that sort of love and sex appeal at the end, and they did it. And Lady Gaga went on many a talk show to say, "Ha ha, gotcha." Even at the end, like Cooper's wife came up and hugged him and went, "God, that was so good." Take it easy. All right, what's happening? Where am I at? Okay, so Chase says, "Love Nightmare Alley." There you go. Yeah, I was hoping for, Kate Blanchett was nominated in that, but I was really pulling for Kirsten Dunst in Power of the Dog. Has anybody seen Power of the Dog yet? Another fantastic, like that's the good thing about having to watch films rather than just wanting, is like it kind of like forces you to kind of get to it. And Power of the Dog was just one of those. I'm like, all right, this is on the list. Let's do it. Cumberbatch, the Batch, as I called him in my SAG reviews. What's up, Batch? Like he's watching this. But so Cumberbatch killed it, y'all. He's so good. A little bit of a dick totally in that thing, but he has to be. But then really, like, he kind of has, I don't know, a soft spot. Anyway, he's really good. Jesse Plemons as the brother is fantastic, but Kirsten Dunst was great. So I had my vote down for Kirsten Dunst, but the girl from was it Anita Rose? No, from West Side Story. West Side Story. Ariana DeBose. She's the one that won over Kirsten Dunst. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. She was great. Man, that girl was great. If you guys have not seen, see again, that's another one. I didn't get my copy of that until late, like literally 4 days before the awards. I got a copy of that. I'm like, all right, gotta watch it. Gotta watch it before the awards happen. So let's get on it. And even sat my daughter down. She's 14. I'm like, all right, you're gonna watch this musical with us, right? And thank goodness, we had enough time to watch it because it was like 2 hours, 2.5 maybe. Let's see, it says right here, 2 hours 36 minutes. So you take the credits off, it's 2.5 hours. But yeah, she was just delightful. Great, very well made. I'm curious if it'll just get shut out at the Oscars or if it's got a little heat. I don't know. I feel like Coda's got like this sort of underdog feel to it that I feel like if anything sort of upsets everything, I think at the awards it'll be Coda. That's what I feel. Speaking of okay. He says, speaking of Bradley Cooper, have you seen Licorice Pizza? I have, and I hated it. I thought it was a train wreck of a film. Like what it was all over the place. Anderson stuff. He's bizarre anyway as a filmmaker, but I mean Cooper was good in it. Like he plays John. Is it John? It's one of the producers from Batman. It's like John Peters and Peter Goober. He's one of I think it's John Peters. One of those. He was a total a-hole, and he plays it really well. But it's also like, I mean, film didn't really need him, really. I mean, I don't know. But just the rest of the film, it was so bizarre. It's like this love affair between a 15-year-old teenager and a girl that's 24. So that's just weird. I mean, it's just weird. And they were constantly chasing each other. Or there was constantly this sexual tension, like, okay, just get with her already or don't. Like that's what I thought was happening with that film is it kept, waffling on putting these two lead characters together that by the time they do or don't get together, you don't care. I didn't care. I'm like, ugh. And they run a lot. That kid, he's a little overweight, but he runs a lot. I'm like, hey, that kid's pretty fit. Or, he had one take in him. It's like, okay, you're going to run from this side of town to this side of town, start running, and we're going to sit in a nice golf cart with the camera and follow you. So just run as far as you can until you drop, and then we'll throw some oxygen on you. But I don't know. Licorice Pizza just didn't click with me at all. But, I gave it a shot. I watched it all the way through, so I got bored. Power of the Dog is absolutely phenomenal. Totally agree. Jane Campion deserves that Oscar for directing. Yeah. See, here's the thing. And acting was so nuanced, perfection. Yeah, like especially the kid Cody something like the Kirsten Dunst's son. Yeah, I don't want to say anything about the film because it's got some good like things. Anyway, yeah, Chase knows what I'm talking about. But everybody was so good in that film. And Jane Campion, see, I feel like, what was it, Nomadland last year? I mean, that was okay. Like, Best Picture? Really? I mean, but this is the one, like I'm all for, I love seeing female directors out there, not only making films, but getting their just desserts. Did she win for no, I don't think she won for the piano because I'm pretty sure that Hurt Locker's Hurt Locker director. See, every now and then you get a brain fart. Anyway, Hurt Locker, Jane Cameron old starts the K. Come on, help me out here. What's her name? Anyway, she got the first, I think, Oscar for a female director to win Best Director. So now I gotta look it up. Yes, Catherine Bigelow. Thank you. Thank you, Internet. Catherine Bigelow got that. So I don't think Jane Campion won for the piano, but I think she should for this. I agree with you. She was flipping great. 4K D Ray says, have you ever been on set of any movie. Yeah, I've been on set for several films. Um, I remember way back when there was a film with Dennis Quaid called Everybody's All American. I got to do a lot of work on that one. Um, of course, Steel Frontier. You guys know that one. Not only been on set, but I was in that one. Chicken Boy. It's on Amazon Prime. Go check it out. It's a Mad Max type film. It's so funny. I'm trying to remember because I did so much extra work. I kind of forget sometimes all the things I was on. When I was in Louisiana briefly for a couple of years, and I can't remember the name of it, but there was a James Gandolfini film and Kristen Stewart film that I was in. Gandolfini. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that one, but yeah, so did that one. Did some TV shows too. I was on Jag, set of Jag. You guys remember Jag? That was kind of cool. In fact, I had an acting class with the lead actress from Jag. It's funny because she went on to do quite well. Some of us, you get that break. This is what it's like being out here. You give it your best shot, and sometimes you just you don't. It doesn't happen. But so she was on set, so I got to be on set of Jag, and went up to her. I'm like, "Hey, Catherine Bell." I was like, "What's going on?" She looked at me all like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "It's me from your acting class, like 2 years ago, and I did your acting reel. Literally, I did her acting reel. She came to see me because I was editing actors' reels a lot in my early days when I came out to California, and she knew that from class. So I did a reel, and then she finally like, "Oh, I think it's one of these. Oh, like just saying yeah, like she knows me." But she did say, "Look, you wouldn't believe now that I'm like a star now." She goes, "Everyone I've ever been in class with or worked with and that I see on set like you recognizes me." And it's like my brain just can't remember everyone. So, I get it. Let's see what we got here. Chase says, "I'm a set decorator about to leave Shreveport Sunday nice for a feature. Sweet. Can you tell us what you're set directing? Is it like a secret?" See, to me, the only secrets is if you're working on superhero movies and they say, "Don't mention a word." But otherwise, you can tell us. You can tell us what you're in. But I'm trying to think if there's. See, now it's been a while because I have not done, set work in a while. But yeah, but I do get to, edit a bunch of shows now that involve food or game shows. So Guy Fieri, I've done Guy's Grocery Games and Master Chef with Gordon Ramsay. Almost ran into that guy. I was like, we were editing all the casting reels and Gordon had just come out of makeup. He still had the little, tissue around his collar so you don't get the makeup on your shirt. And I was hustling, to get to my edit bay to go work. And it's like that close. And he's like, "Oh, hey there, buddy." I'm like, Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. You don't always get to like run into the celebrities when you're working. So that was kind of neat. Well, yeah, now I'm just chatting about celebrities. I met Courtney Cox once. Oh my God. Love Courtney Cox. Courtney was my jam on Friends. Love Monica. But yeah, it was like a charity function that her and David Arquette, she was dating David Arquette at the time. And somebody asked me if I wanted to come, be a waiter there and serve and, take care of people, make sure they were happy. I'm like, yeah. I didn't know Courtney would be walking around the corner and there she was. I'm like, oh my God, it's Courtney Cox. But, you got to instantly like non-fan out. You got to instantly just be cool. And I just, walked around. He goes, "Hey guys, you guys need anything? And can I help you out?" And David Arquette was so sweet. That dude was uber nice, man. He was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm okay." I'm like, "Sure, man, I'll go grab whatever you guys need." And I mean, they were, you just got to tune it off. It's just two people. You got to like all that celebrity stuff. You got to just suck it down and act like it. And then at the end of the night, you can go, "Oh my God," because like Courtney Cox, David Arquette. They probably watched the show. What's up, y'all? Yeah, just text me down below. Anywho, so yeah, see now I'm gonna have to like put together some sort of like movie list for you, 4K, and see if I can even remember. I don't know. It's been like a hot minute. What's wrong with my lighting here? You like that? It's from my horror thing later, which I won't be doing because I don't have enough horror stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I'm sure 4K. You doing your? I'm sure you are. You doing your battle this Thursday? So that we can all tune in. If you guys are not a subscriber to 4K D-Ray, does this awesome stuff, on Thursday nights or is it Friday night? I mean, I know it's usually Thursday, but but be on the lookout. 4K D-Ray's channel. He does these great battles where two collectors duke it out and they go pull titles based on suggestions, and a couple other people hang out and wax poetically while they're pulling. It's a lot of fun. If you guys haven't seen one yet, get on over there. I mean, I recognize a lot of your names, so I think you've probably been over to 4K's channel, which is awesome. So yeah, all right, guys. Trying to think. Any other questions? Any other statements? What you guys gonna do today? Gonna watch any movies? I'm probably not, because I have a big edit day with my shows. I'm doing I don't know if I can tell you what I'm doing. Okay, I can't tell you what I'm working on because it's a new season. I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could. So Jimmy Fallon, right? He does this password thing on his Tonight Show, like as kind of a fun thing with celebrities. It's gonna be a show now, y'all, like a real game show, full on. He's gonna be the host and everything. So so I get to work on season 1 of Password. So we're guessing that. Now, if you guys, look it up online. If you want to be on Password, which is a cool freaking game show, it's super fun. I don't have the site because it just popped into my head, but just Google password casting, and it should be able to take you to a site, and you can get over there, guys. I love to edit your reel, get you on the show, make you some swag bucks. You can go buy all them Blu-rays and 4Ks, right, D-Ray? Fatten your wallets up. So yeah, check it out. Game shows, they're fun, and once you get in on the game show thing, even if you don't make it on this show, they hang on to you, and until they find that right fit. But if you're good with words, Password, man, go check it out. So that is the tip I leave you with today, everybody. I think we're gonna wrap this up. We've been chatting like a fool for over an hour now about the Batman and all kinds of good stuff like that. So I want to thank everybody for coming in today. Once again, we'd like to thank Chase Wilson. Here, we're just trying to pop up here. See, 4K D-Ray, Brent Madison. What's going on, buddy? Glad you came in. And, of course, Caveman and Derpy Gaming. Anybody else? Yeah, I think that's you guys. So thank you guys so much for coming in this morning. A lot of great suggestions. Appreciate all your kind words and good stuff like that. I hope you guys have a great day and get out there if you're going to go do some shopping. It's a pretty lame week, or just jump on some of these websites. If you haven't checked any of these out, check them out, look them over. You're going to find some really great discounts on those things, and you can rebuild or just build up your collection, and it'd be awesome. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for now. Man, I thank you all so much for hanging out and checking out my channel. If you are new to my channel, do me a big favor before I will get down there and hit the like button. By the way, I haven't said that all. See, now it's too late. Everybody's all tuned out, but I think I got 4 likes on there now. Just give me one more. Let's get to an even 5. Just while we're live online, somebody just smash that button, get me up to 5 if you can. And then after this, if you're watching it on a replay, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, so I'd appreciate it. All right, guys. So thanks for checking out this morning show of the Morning Mug, and we will catch you later.